Hey guys, welcome back to my CCLP5 submission set. We are on level 30. Our door is always open. And this is essentially the beginning of the Josh-CCLP5 stuff. The real beginning was Wildlands, which we did last time. But yeah, it's basically Josh-CCLP5 stuff for next couple decades at least. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so that's how that room is formed. So I remember designing this level. It was one of the first levels I made in Josh-CCLP5. I think it was like level 11 or something. And yeah, I really like the way this flows. It's a nice little small level. Not too difficult, not too tricky. Think carefully about where you push your block first. Okay, well, we'll have to get blocks in there at some point. We can go up here.
Bummer.
And get killed because I didn't time it correctly. Yeah, I know. I think Jeffrey used this wall pattern for a level in Ultimate Chip 5, and it's an interesting wall pattern. I haven't thought to use it myself, but it seems like an interesting wall pattern. Okay, so that's cleared. Just flip that just to showcase this can be done in links. Okay, flip this again. Okay, so do I want to get that green key now? I want to say yes. Yeah, I want to say I do. In fact, I think that's the next step I have to do is that. Okay. Okay, so that frees that bug. So we know we need to get a block up there. And then we have to go all the way. Well, not all the way. We can just go through here. Okay, so we want to do the bomb first. Get you there. And then we have to go all the way back through this way. Yeah, I like the way this part gets reused. I really like this. Okay, so now we gotta do this. In order to get the trap button covered, now we have to spam clone this fireball cloner. There we go. You don't have to spam it. You just have to get enough to where it's going to hit it consistently. Okay. Oh, I didn't go through the trap. I'm an idiot.
Bummer.
Okay. Sorry, it's essentially my first time playing chips since the last recording. I haven't done anything else chip related. I mean, I did make a level. I made a new level in my tentative new set. That uses the wall template of Tiny Isle Reshuffled in CC2LP1, which I haven't gotten to that level in that in the LP, or just in general. I haven't gotten to that level yet, but I did play it in voting, and it was a cool level. The wall template was a lot of fun to use. I would honestly say if you're wanting to make let me make sure I'm not missing. Okay, no, I'm not. If you're like have an itch to make a level but you don't know where to start, I would honestly say give Tiny Isle Reshuffled Walls a try, or just or any small level wall template would work as well. That level I made does not have a name yet. I'm still pondering on a title for it. I'll think of one eventually. It's weird because I have level titles I want to use for other levels, but the one I made doesn't fit the theme with the level. Okay, let's try to fill it up again. Yeah, there we go. Okay, do that. And we go all the way around. Okay. So let me do that. And that's Our Door's Always Open, which I think Tyler named a level, so that's still a good title for the level. No strong feelings whatsoever about it getting into CCLP5, but I wouldn't be against it. Okay, batteries in the sock. This is a very simple, straightforward level. It's a socket maze with chips everywhere. Actually, I think that's the path going towards the end of the level. So let's go down here first. Yeah, all the chips are placed in like a little pattern, which I think is cool. Honestly, if it wasn't for the way this level's designed, I probably wouldn't have submitted this, because I know this isn't going to get into CCLP5 by a long shot. But, you know, it's... sockets as walls are always really fun to use. And... I don't know. It's a fun, simple chip collection level. Sometimes that's all levels need to be fun and enjoyable. So I guess something I can go ahead and mention. I didn't mention this on camera or in recording, but that first episode of this Let's Play, I guess, you know, how it kind of had a rocky start with like comments that JB was making and stuff like that. Oh, I missed 2 chips somewhere. I must have missed a branched off path somewhere. Yeah, up here. That's okay. Alright, batteries in the sock is done. Escaping Nowhere. This is another fairly simple level. It's an item swapper, just with this thin wall aesthetic. Again, probably the only reason I even submitted this was the aesthetic of it. But, Yeah, you might have remembered I mentioned something that there was something going on that I didn't want to talk about on a recording because I didn't think it was. Uh, I didn't think it needed to be something that needed to be known about through a public video. But I'll go ahead and bring it up now because it's actually some really amazing news. So, uh, at the start of the year, around I think it was like around March or April. Uh, I want to say it was March actually, like early March is when I was told. Uh, I was told by my grandmother that she had been diagnosed with. I don't know what kind. At least I don't remember what kind. What am I looking for? I think I'm looking for a toggle button or a toggle door. Um, I don't remember what kind she told me, but she told me she had cancer and that it was terminal. And that kind of news just it devastated the hell out of me. Like that was I can't even describe how tough that was to process. That took several months to just process that she has that crap. And me and my grandmother are extremely close. She's the reason why I'm playing this game is because I would always play it at her house when I was a little kid. And you know to find out that important part of my life and has that kind of illness is just beyond devastating. Um, so that was part of the reason why I stopped recording, or more I should say, why I didn't come back to record, was because I had to have time to just accept that. Like that was tough. That really was tough. But I just found out just a couple days ago. I think it was yesterday actually. No, 2 days ago. It was Wednesday. I found out that she underwent chemotherapy, and according to her doctors, she no longer has it. The cancer is seemingly completely gone. And I'm 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 ecstatic over it. Like I really am. I'm thrilled. I was above and beyond to hear those kind of news because um it was unbelievable. Did I hit that? I think I did. What am I looking for right now? I think I'm looking for a green door. Hey, you can get really lost in this level. Uh, like when she said she, oh, there it is. When she said it was terminal, that had a lot of had a lot of weight to it. Like I thought, you know, that stuff was going to happen, and to find out just 7 months later, almost 8 months later, that the cancer is just completely gone now. It's surreal. It in a way, like I'm super thrilled and happy. I'm above and beyond to hear this news that it's gone. But if I have to be completely honest with myself, I find it really hard to believe. And I'm almost kind of scared to accept that she doesn't have it anymore, even though I don't want her to have it anymore. I find it hard to believe that it's completely gone. And I'm still processing that it's gone because it took me so long to get used to that she had it. Now I have to process my mind to get my mind off that. Now it's difficult, but at least this time around it's very, very good. So I wanted to provide that clarity for you all. Um, I didn't bring it up in the first couple of videos because I just didn't feel like it needed to be said. Like, if some people knew, if you knew, you knew. If you didn't know, it wasn't something I was going to be super outgoing over. But since there's good news regarding it now, I can go ahead and mention it and proceed with the good news about it. And yeah, so she no longer has it, and I'm very, very happy about it. Even though it's a little it's harder to accept than it probably should be. Um, I'm relieved. Like, that's so much stress and worry off my shoulders. Okay, the glider ultimatum. Prepare a path for the glider to follow in order to reach the exit. Okay. So this level requires a lot of pre-planning. Pre-plan a glider path. So let's think about this. It will come through there. If I don't collect the chip, it's just going to loop, so I have to collect it. If I don't collect this chip, it'll go into that bomb, so I have to collect it. If I collect this, it will go into the bomb, so I have to leave that. Have to collect this. Have to collect that. And then boom, boom. Yeah, this first room is very simple. It's pretty self-explanatory, honestly. Okay. So I get 3 reds, 3 blues, and 2 yellows. And you do need them all. At least I think you do. And then there's another hint up there. So this level used to have an ice ring around it for an aesthetic, but I removed it because it didn't really make a lot of sense to have it, so I just removed it. So this room is obviously pretty inspired by Vulcan from CCLP5. Yeah, I don't even remember how to do this room, if I'm honest with myself. I know it has to go through... It has to hit that tank button for 1, so it can even go into the second room. And you have to use all the keys. Like, I have to have 1 blue and 1 yellow, and no reds, in order to proceed. And no chips. Like, honestly, the no chip requirement, or the socket nail probably isn't necessary, but it's there to be there. Okay. So I have to use all the reds. So if I don't open up this red door, it will loop like this. It'll go up here, and it'll loop again, and stay in that loop. So I think I have to get rid of this. And I think I want to get rid of that. Also, this section right here used to have a south end wall, but I didn't like it, so I tried to think of a solution to get rid of it, and I couldn't think of one, and I think VT came up with this, so shout out to him. I know I know that's part of the reason why he's watching these. He's hoping for shout outs, so there's your daily shout out from Joshy. Okay, I think I want to remove that. So do this. I think this is the 1 yellow door you need to get rid of, is that. And I go up here. And I'll do that. That. And that. I guess you can get rid of that too. Okay, let's see. Yep. Also, Michael Warner came up with this mechanism. Oh. Oh.
Bummer.
Oh, I didn't remove... Oops. I should have known. Okay. Okay, so I think we basically had it. So that. There we go. Yeah, Michael Warner came up with this mechanism when I made the level initially. And I was going to change it, but due to certain circumstances and just respect for him, I decided to keep it in. Oh, so if it's not obvious, this level's named after the Bourne Ultimatum. There was a whole series in Josh-CCLP5 where I named the Glider Identity, the Glider Supremacy, the Glider Ultimatum, which is this one, and then the Glider Legacy, which is all reference to the Bourne movie franchise. I think the only one I didn't watch was Legacy, and that's because Matt Damon wasn't cast for the main role, which I thought was really weird. I wasn't a fan. I mean, nothing against whoever the actor was that played. I don't know his name. I know he was Hawkeye in not Justice League, Avengers. That's what it is. I know that's who played him in the Glider Legacy. Nothing against him as an actor. It just felt really weird to have Matt Damon for 3 of them and then not have him for the Legacy. That just didn't sit well with me. So yeah, there's that level. It's an okay level. Okay. Crumbled Point. So this level was actually not initially in this submission. Like, I didn't actually include this in my submission set. I think this was one of the 25 I added. I went ahead and decided to add it because I like the aesthetic of it. I like the feel of it. It kind of makes you feel like you're actually in this like desert wasteland type of place. At least to me, that's how it feels. And I don't know. I'm a sucker for levels that do that make you feel like you're in a place. I feel like only so many designers can pull that off really well. And not to toot my own horn or anything, but I kind of feel like I'm one of those few designers that do that. Like Jeffrey does it pretty well. JB can do it pretty well as well. Several other people can too. I just can't think of them off the top of my head. I think Indy can. Okay, so this bomb's actually a red herring, which I kind of like. Because that chip could be collected by pushing blocks on top of fire, the one I got earlier. I did make some minor adjustments, like this forest floor slide right here to the left of me used to have 2 fireballs on it. But for whatever reason, that was harder to time in links than anything else. And I didn't like how different it was, so I just removed it to just have 1 instead. Yeah, I figured this level at least deserves a chance, you know? It's just one of those levels that I felt like it deserved an opportunity to at least have a shot in CCLP5 voting. Okay, so we can collect this. And clear dirt for that. And then we use this block. Actually, I think you can use any. I want to say you can use another block to get up there, but I don't know if that's true. I don't think so. Alright, that's Crumbled Point nonetheless. It's a fun level. Do I want to see it in CCLP5? Not really, but if it does well somehow, you know, maybe it'll have a spot in the final set. Who knows? You know, it'll be interesting when CCLP5 does come out, and I could look back on this Let's Play, and I hear my comments on these levels that I don't think are going to get into the set, but might actually get in. It's actually kind of interesting. Alright, multiple tank glitch. Which doesn't have the glitch.
Bummer.
Okay, so we want to collect that first. Yeah, this is a fairly weird level, I think. Fairly weird. I say that like it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just it's just different. Okay. Actually, do I want this? I don't think there's any thieves in the level. Okay. So let's try that. Yeah. Okay. So I can use the flippers for that. And then what next? Oh, I can use that block right here for this bomb. Of course. So this level actually had a chance to get into CCLP4. I don't think I mentioned that. But yeah, this level actually had a chance to get into CCLP4. I think it was between this and Excuse Me. Okay, so let's open that. Okay, so I think what I want to do is... Yeah, I think the thing we need to do is this. Block the force floor, and then get in there. Okay. So that's multiple tank glitch. So yeah, the reason why it was between this and Excuse Me was because they were both tank themed levels. This level did very well in CCLP4 voting. I think it was within the top 149, if I remember correctly. And the reason why... Well, I can't speak for everyone who was on the staff of that set, but for me at least, the reason why I was more for Excuse Me instead of this level was because Excuse Me had a pretty well-established concept, whereas this one, I guess it might have had a concept as well, but it wasn't as straight, it wasn't as obvious. There was a lot more to go for this level than compared to Excuse Me. Looking back on it now, I think this level might have been better instead of Excuse Me, in all honesty. I don't know, it's honestly hard to say. But I really like this level. I feel like this will get into CCLP5, honestly. It'll probably be one of the few early levels I have that I would actually give a solid rating for. All right, Torture Chamber Deluxe. Oh, this level. I have to admit, I have a thing for this level. It's pretty fun. Okay. I just love how this level flows. It's just so cool how it works. I think the only thing I'm a little afraid of with this one is there might be some slide delay busts. In fact, it honestly wouldn't surprise me if there are slide delay busts in this. It would be disappointing if that's the case, but okay. But if there are, there are. You know, there's not much you can do about it. I don't think there are, though. I feel like I would have known by now if there were. Okay, so this Sokoban, I know was adapted. I know 100% this is an adapted Sokoban. I don't remember how to do it, though. I want to say that's the first move. Oh yeah, that's pretty easy. Okay. It's not safe to go through to teleport yourself by any means. Alright, that's good to know. So let's collect that. Collect that. I feel like a monster could have been in there, but I just didn't add one. Blue key. Oh, there you are. Oh yeah, you have to actually use the blocks for the water now. Yeah, I don't remember if how well this did in CCLP4 voting. I don't know if it was even in CCLP4 voting. I can't see why it wouldn't be. I can't help but feel like this is going to be this level is going to be one of those underrated gyms that people are going to realize. Okay, so we have to do this. Okay, so now we gotta go back. Press that. And this level is really cool. I love this level. And I think the best part about this altogether is I actually removed the path around the exit. I'm still going to go across it just because I can. But this path around the level used to be like the victory lap around the level, or you actually have to walk. You have to actually walk on this to get to the exit. But I decided I kept it in, but made it optional to go around it. Like, you can make the full lap around, blow that up, and then just go back to the exit. So, yeah, that's Torture Chamber Deluxe. I love this level. I honestly feel like this is one of those top-tier CCLP5 candidates, in my opinion. It flows really well. It has the concept of the torture chamber going on for it. It has the block usage, Sokobans, a little bit of item swapping here or there. It's basically a typical level I made back in the Josh-CCLP5 days. It's fun. All right, Electric Blue Fortress. Do I want to do this right now? This is a long level. I'm unsure if I want to do this or not. You know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and stop it. I know it's a little bit shorter of a video, but I kind of feel like that's for the best right now because I kind of want to get to bed here pretty soon. It's a little after 2 in the morning. It just hit. I played, what, 6 levels? 7 levels? 7 levels, yeah. Decent progress. Still a long way to go, but yeah, this has been fun. Just to play a couple levels and ensure they're solvable in this rule set, and just chit chat with you, keep you company in any way, shape, or form. On a high note, I can go ahead and end off the video with this little brief announcement. The special set that will be released. It should be released within the next week. For those that are not aware, JB is planning to do a let's play of what he thought was a level set I made on my own, like Josh-CCLP5 or something. However, it's been very secretive for the past several months, if not years, what the project actually was, whatever. And it's been announced that the set that's going to be released is actually a collab set between myself and Jeffrey, where each of us have 75 levels that we made. I made levels out of the wall templates from Ultimate Chip 6, whereas he made levels that used the walls of Josh-CCLP5. And we later combined the two sets together, and we're going to make a difficulty curve and all that stuff. Well, we did that, and I took like 3 levels from each of the other Ultimate Chip sets, 1 through 5, and he took one level template from Josh-CCLP 1 to 6. So we both ended up with having 75 total. Yeah, we're going to be working on that probably tomorrow or Saturday, getting it finalized and ordered properly, and hopefully it will be released within the next week. Yeah, so look forward to that. That's what's happening. I'm not going to announce what the title is of the set yet. It's still not really set in place yet, but look forward to it. It's been one hell of an experience with Jeffrey to work on this set together. It took a long time, but we finally got it done, and you guys will be in for a lot of fun. I will go ahead and say that. But that's it. I'm going to end the video here. I probably could have said that earlier in the video, but I felt like the end of this one was appropriate. So until next time, thanks for watching, listening, whatever you did. Hope your day or night is going well. And we'll play Electric Blue Fortress next time and whatever other levels I included from Josh-CCLP5 here. So until then, see you guys later.